What if I told you there's a country where romance fills the air? History lives in every street, and millions of people from around the world dream to visit. Welcome to France, the heart of art, fashion, and timeless beauty. France is one of the most famous countries in the world, often called the land of romance and culture. Located in Western Europe, it is surrounded by countries like Spain, Germany, Italy, and Belgium. France is not just a modern country, it has thousands of years of history. From powerful kings and queens to world-changing revolutions, France has always been a center of ideas and influence. The French Revolution in 1789 is one of the most important events in world history. It inspired freedom and democracy across Europe and even the world. France also gave rise to great leaders like Napoleon Bonaparte, who expanded the French Empire far beyond Europe. Even today, French history is remembered in its castles, palaces, and museums that tell stories of the past. But France is not only about history, it is also a hub of art, fashion, and food. The French language is often called the language of love, and French art and literature are admired everywhere. Paris, the capital, is known as the City of Light. It is a dream destination for travelers, artists, and students. From fashion shows to art galleries, Paris shines as a global capital of creativity. French food is another treasure. From croissants and baguettes to fine cheese and wine, French cuisine has influenced cooking styles across the globe. Many of the world's best chefs train in France, and French restaurants are loved everywhere. France also plays a big role in world politics and organizations like the European Union and the United Nations. It is known for its strong culture, modern lifestyle, and traditions that still live on. Whether it's romance, art, or history, France always has something magical to offer. France is one of the largest countries in Europe, both in size and in population. The total population of France is about 68 million people. This makes it the second most populated country in the European Union, after Germany. France is a very diverse nation, with people coming from different backgrounds, cultures, and traditions. Many immigrants also live here, which gives France a rich and colorful society. In terms of size, France covers an area of about 551,000 square kilometers, 213,000 square miles. This makes it the largest country in Western Europe, often called the hexagon, because of its shape on the map. If you compare, France is about the same size as the US state of Texas, or almost the size of Kenya in Africa. With such a large area, France has many types of landscapes, beautiful beaches in the south, snowy mountains in the Alps and Pyrenees, and wide green fields in the north. France is also famous for its cities. The capital city is Paris, home to more than 11 million people in its wider metropolitan area. Paris is known for the Eiffel Tower, the Louvre Museum, and its role as the center of art, fashion, and romance. Another important city is Lyon, which is famous for food and history, especially its Roman ruins. Marseille, on the Mediterranean coast, is a busy port city with a mix of cultures from Europe and North Africa. Nice is another southern city known for its beautiful beaches and sunny weather. Toulouse, called the Pink City, is famous for its space and aviation industry. Each city adds its own identity to France, making the country a mix of old traditions and modern lifestyles. Together, the population and area of France make it not only one of the biggest countries in Europe, but also one of the most important. The Eiffel Tower is the most famous landmark in France and one of the most visited monuments in the world. Located in Paris, this iron tower stands tall on the banks of the River Seine. It was built in 1889 for the World's Fair to celebrate the 100th anniversary of the French Revolution. At first, many people did not like its design and even called it ugly. But with time, the Eiffel Tower became the most beloved symbol of France and Paris. Today, it represents romance, art, and the spirit of the French people. The tower is about 330 meters, 1,083 feet tall, which made it the tallest structure in the world when it was built. Visitors can climb up or take elevators to its 3 viewing platforms. From the top, you can see breathtaking views of the entire city of Paris. The river, the streets, the historic buildings, and the lights all look magical from above. One of the most special things about the Eiffel Tower is its nighttime view. Every evening, the tower is lit up with thousands of sparkling lights for 5 minutes every hour. This Eiffel sparkle is loved by tourists and Parisians alike. Couples from around the world come here to take romantic photos and enjoy the magical atmosphere. The Eiffel Tower also has restaurants where visitors can enjoy French cuisine while overlooking the city. It is not just a tourist attraction, but also a place where culture and lifestyle meet. To see the tower, making it one of the most popular monuments on Earth. The Eiffel Tower is more than just a building. It is a symbol of love, innovation, and beauty. For anyone visiting France, seeing the Eiffel Tower is an experience they will never forget. The Louvre Museum in Paris is the largest art museum in the world and one of the most famous tourist attractions in France. It is not just a museum, but a former royal palace that holds thousands of years of history. The building itself is a masterpiece. With a stunning mix of old architecture and modern design, the glass pyramid at the entrance is one of its most recognized symbols, blending the past with the future. The Louvre has over 35,000 works of art on display and more. Than 8 million visitors every year. Would take weeks to see everything inside. The most famous painting here is Leonardo da Vinci's Mona Lisa, which attracts millions of visitors who come just to see her mysterious smile. Another famous piece is the Venus de Milo, an ancient Greek statue known for its beauty. The winged Victory of Samothrace, standing proudly on a staircase, is another must-see treasure. But the Louvre is not only about art, it is also about history. The collections cover civilizations from ancient Egypt and Mesopotamia to Renaissance Europe and modern times. Each gallery tells a story of human creativity, culture, and progress. Walking through the halls feels like traveling across time and continents. The museum is also a cultural symbol of Paris. Its location near the River Seine and close to other landmarks like the Tuileries Garden makes it part of the heart of the city, whether you are an art lover or just curious. The Louvre offers something for everyone. Visiting the Louvre is not just about looking at paintings and statues. It is about experiencing human history and imagination in one place. For many travelers, seeing the Mona Lisa and exploring the endless galleries is a once-in-a-lifetime memory. The Palace of Versailles is one of the most beautiful and grand palaces in the world. Located about 20 kilometers outside of Paris, it was once the home of French kings and queens. The palace was first built in the 1600s by King Louis XIII, but it was his son, King Louis XIV, who transformed it into a royal masterpiece. Known as the Sun King, Louis XIV wanted Versailles to show the power and glory of France. The palace is massive, with more than 2,300 rooms. One of the most famous parts of Versailles is the Hall of Mirrors, a long and stunning hall filled with giant mirrors and golden decorations. This hall was used for royal ceremonies and even important world events, such as the signing of the Treaty of Versailles in 1919. Which ended World War I. Walking through the Hall of Mirrors feels like stepping back into history. Outside the palace, there are breathtaking gardens that cover almost 2,000 acres. These gardens are carefully designed with fountains, statues, and beautiful flowers. Visitors can walk for hours and still not see everything. In the past, kings and queens would use these gardens for parties, concerts, and even boat rides in the Grand Canal. Versailles is more than just a palace. It is a symbol of royal power, luxury, and French art. The design of Versailles influenced many other palaces in Europe. Today, millions of tourists visit every year to admire its beauty and learn about the life of French royalty. The Palace of Versailles reminds us of the grandeur of the French monarchy and the important role France played in history. It is truly a place where art, architecture, and power come together in one breathtaking experience. Mont Saint-Michel is one of the most magical and unique places in France. It is a small, rocky island located in the Normandy region, about 1 kilometer off the coast. What makes it so special is the stunning abbey built on top of the island. Rising high above the sea like something from a fairy tale, the history of Mont Saint-Michel goes back to the 8th century when a church was first built there. Over time, it became a famous abbey and an important place for Christian pilgrims. During the Middle Ages, many people traveled long distances to visit Mont Saint-Michel, making it one of the most sacred sites in Europe. The Abbey's Gothic architecture, with its tall spires and stone walls, makes it look both powerful and beautiful. Another unique feature of Mont Saint-Michel is the tide. When the tide is high, the island is completely surrounded by water, making it look like it is floating in the sea. And the tide is low, you can actually walk across the sand to reach the island. This natural wonder adds to the mystery and beauty of the place. The narrow streets of Mont Saint-Michel are full of history. Visitors can walk through stone pathways, climb steep stairs, and explore small shops and restaurants. The view from the top of the abbey is breathtaking. You can see the sea stretching for miles. Mont Saint-Michel is not only a tourist attraction, but also a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Millions of people visit every year to experience its history, beauty, and almost magical atmosphere. It feels like stepping into another world, where nature and history meet in the most stunning way. For many travelers, Mont Saint-Michel is one of the most unforgettable places in France. The French Riviera, also known as the Côte d'Azur, is one of the most glamorous and beautiful coastal regions in the world. Located in the south of France, along the Mediterranean Sea, it is famous for its sunny weather, golden beaches, and luxury lifestyle. The name Côte d'Azur means coast of blue, which perfectly describes the stunning blue waters of the Mediterranean. The French Riviera has been a favorite destination for artists, celebrities, and wealthy travelers for more than a century. Writers like F. Scott Fitzgerald and painters like Picasso found inspiration here. Today it continues to attract movie stars, fashion icons, and tourists from around the globe. Some of the most famous cities on the French Riviera include Nice, Cannes, and Monaco. Nice is known for its beautiful beaches and the long Promenade des Anglais, where people stroll by the sea. Cannes is world famous for its Cannes Film Festival, where Hollywood stars walk the red carpet every year. Monaco, a small but wealthy principality, is famous for its casinos, Formula One Grand Prix, and luxury yachts. The French Riviera is not only about luxury, it also has charming villages, peaceful harbors, and scenic hillsides. Visitors can explore colorful markets, enjoy fresh seafood, and relax in the warm Mediterranean sun. The region is also known for sailing, water sports, and breathtaking coastal drives, like the road from Nice to Monaco. With its mix of natural beauty, culture, and glamour, the French Riviera is a place that offers something for everyone. Whether you want to relax on the beach, explore history, or enjoy luxury, the Côte d'Azur is a destination that makes every trip unforgettable. Notre Dame Cathedral in Paris is one of the most famous churches in the world and a masterpiece of Gothic architecture. Built between the 12th and 14th centuries, it stands proudly on the Isle de la Cite, a small island in the River Seine. For centuries, it has been the heart of Paris, both spiritually and culturally. Millions of visitors come every year to admire its beauty and history. The cathedral is well known for its stunning design. Its tall spires, detailed stone carvings, and huge stained glass windows make it one of the best examples of medieval architecture. The famous rose window with its colorful glass is a breathtaking sight that shows stories from the Bible and pictures. The cathedral also has amazing sculptures of saints and gargoyles that decorate its walls and towers. Notre Dame is not only about art and architecture, it is also a place of great history. Important events happened here, such as the coronation of Napoleon Bonaparte as emperor in 1804. It also inspired Victor Hugo's famous novel, The Hunchback of Notre Dame, which made the cathedral even more popular around the world. In April 2019, Notre Dame suffered a terrible fire that destroyed much of its roof and spire. The tragedy shocked the world, but it also showed how much people care for this monument. Efforts to rebuild and restore the cathedral began immediately, and millions of euros were donated from all over the globe. Today, work continues to bring Notre Dame back to its full glory. Visiting Notre Dame is more than just a tourist trip, it feels like stepping into history. The cathedral represents faith, art, and the spirit of Paris itself. Even after the fire, it remains a powerful symbol of hope and resilience. The Château de Chambord is one of the most stunning castles in France and a jewel of the Loire Valley. Built in the early 1500s during the reign of King Francis I, it is considered a masterpiece of Renaissance architecture. The castle was not built for defense, but as a symbol of power and beauty. Showing the strength of the French monarchy, one of the most fascinating features of Chambord is its design. The castle has more than 400 rooms, 80 staircases, and 365 fireplaces, one for every day of the year. The most famous staircase is the double helix staircase, believed to have been inspired by Leonardo da Vinci, who was in France at the time. Two people can climb up and down at the same time without ever crossing paths, which makes it truly unique. The outside of the castle is just as impressive. With its tall towers, pointed roofs, and decorative spires, it looks like something out of a fairy tale. Surrounding the castle are large gardens and a huge park that once served as royal hunting grounds. The park is so big that it is almost the size of the city of Paris. Visitors can walk, cycle, or even ride in carriages to explore its natural beauty. The Château de Chambord is more than just a castle. It is a symbol of French art, history, and culture. One of the ambition of the French kings who wanted to create something that would last forever. Today it is a UNESCO World Heritage Site and attracts millions of tourists who come to admire its beauty. Visiting Chambord is like stepping into the past, where art, royalty, and nature come together in a breathtaking way. The Provence lavender fields are one of the most beautiful and peaceful sights in France. Located in the southern region of Provence, these endless fields turn bright purple every summer when the lavender blooms. From June to August, the air is filled with a sweet fragrance, and the rolling hills look like a purple ocean stretching as far as the eye can see. Lavender has been grown in Provence for hundreds of years. It is not only admired for its beauty, but also used in perfumes, soaps, oils, and even cooking. The local farmers carefully grow and harvest lavender. Many small villages in the region celebrate this flower with summer festivals. These festivals include music, markets, and parades, making the lavender season even more magical. One of the best-known areas for lavender is the Valençol Plateau, where the fields are wide and stunning. Another popular spot is the Luberon region. With charming villages surrounded by lavender and sunflower fields, tourists often visit monasteries like Abbey des Sinoncs, where monks still grow lavender in traditional ways. The combination of stone buildings and purple flowers creates postcard-perfect views. The lavender fields are not only beautiful to look at, but also relaxing. Walking through them feels calming, and many visitors describe it as a dreamlike experience. Photographers and artists from all over the world come here to capture the vibrant colors and breathtaking landscapes. Visiting Provence during lavender season is like stepping into a painting. The mixture of blue skies, golden sun, and purple fields is unforgettable. More than just a tourist attraction, the lavender fields represent the natural beauty and simple charm of rural France. For anyone who loves nature and peace, this purple paradise is a must-see destination. Disneyland Paris is one of the most exciting and magical places in France. It's located just outside Paris in the town of Marne-la-Vallée. It is the most visited theme park in Europe. Opened in 1992, Disneyland Paris brings the world of Disney movies and characters to life, making it a dream destination for both children and adults. The park is divided into two main sections: Disneyland Park and Walt Disney Studios Park. Disneyland Park is full of classic attractions like Sleeping Beauty's Castle, which stands proudly at the center and sparkles with lights at night. The park also has famous rides such as Pirates of the Caribbean, Space Mountain, and It's a Small World, where visitors can enjoy thrilling adventures and magical experiences. Walt Disney Studios Park focuses more on movies and animation. Here, visitors can explore behind the scenes of filmmaking, enjoy rides based on Pixar movies like Ratatouille and Toy Story, and even experience exciting shows and parades. Every day, colorful parades with Disney characters like Mickey Mouse, Cinderella, and Elsa fill the streets with joy and music. Disneyland Paris is not only about rides and shows, it also has hotels, shops, and restaurants that keep the Disney magic alive all day and night. Families can stay in themed hotels, eat delicious food, and buy souvenirs to remember their trip. What makes Disneyland Paris special is its mix of French and American culture. It combines the classic Disney magic with a European touch, making it unique compared to other Disney parks around the world. For millions of visitors every year, Disneyland Paris is more than just a theme park. It is a place where dreams come true. From exciting rides to fairy tale castles, it offers unforgettable memories for everyone who visits. As our journey through France comes to an end, it is clear why this country is one of the most visited places on Earth. From the romantic streets of Paris to the sunny shores of the French Riviera, France is a land that has something for everyone. It is not just a country, it is an experience, a feeling, and a story that stays with you forever. When we look back at the places we explored, each destination had its own charm and beauty. The Eiffel Tower sparkles as a timeless symbol of love and innovation. The Louvre Museum holds priceless treasures of art and history, connecting us to the genius of human creativity. The Palace of Versailles shows the power and luxury of kings. While Mont Saint-Michel feels like stepping into a fairy tale, the French Riviera offers glamour and sunshine, while the Notre Dame Cathedral reminds us of strength, faith, and resilience. The Château de Chambord is a masterpiece of architecture, and the D-Day beaches teach us the importance of bravery and freedom. The lavender fields of Provence show us the beauty of nature, and finally, Disneyland Paris brings joy, laughter, and unforgettable memories. Together, these places make France a country of endless wonders. But France is not only about landmarks, it is also about people, culture, and lifestyle. The warm cafes of Paris, the bustling markets of Provence, the small villages in the countryside, and the smiling faces of locals all add life to the journey. French cuisine, with its croissants, baguettes, cheese, and wine, is another unforgettable part of the experience. Every meal feels like a celebration of taste and tradition. France also teaches us lessons about history and the future. It reminds us of revolutions, art movements, scientific discoveries, and great leaders who shaped the world. At the same time, it looks forward with fashion, technology, and global influence. It is a country that respects its past while embracing the future. For travelers, France is a dream that never gets old. Whether it is your first visit or your 10th, there is always something new to discover. You can spend a lifetime exploring and still find hidden corners, stories, and memories waiting to be made. So, if you ever get the chance to travel, put France at the top of your list. Walk through the streets of Paris, breathe in the lavender of Provence, stand on the beaches of Normandy, and feel the magic of Versailles. France is not just a destination, it is a journey into beauty, history, and inspiration. In the end, France is more than just a country on the map. It is the heart of romance, the soul of art, and a place where dreams come alive. And when you leave, you will carry a piece of France in your heart forever.